idea. But it takes this showing up, right? Like, of course you got to practice, but just being at tournaments, listening to tournaments. If I could give you any advice, and maybe something that I wish I would have known when I was younger, or even your age, right? Because you guys aren't like 8, but I feel like you know what you're talking about now, right? Would be just continue to show gratitude, and I don't want to just be like, yeah, like, no, I'm thankful, but just go out of your way to say thank you. And sometimes I just feel like, and myself too, I used to feel like I was maybe too cool for school, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna go out of my way to say thank you, that's kind of weird. But then the older I get, I'm like, man, I wish I would have done that more. And I just mean like towards your parents, towards your coaches, teachers. Usually I challenge like my lessons per week to write 3 thank you cards to like 3 random people. So I would like to challenge you guys to do the same thing. You don't have to do it once a week, but write it to your parents, hug your sibling, help with dishes, pick up trash even though it's not yours. Like, go out of your way to do little stuff like that. I wish I would have started doing that a long time ago. Just makes you grateful to be here, right? You guys got sick uniforms. You're carrying around like $800 backpacks. I don't know, where are you guys from again? Ohio. Your parents bring you here, probably up at 6 o'clock this morning or earlier. So just being like grateful for the little things, just because it goes by so fast and it makes you appreciate it so much more. Not just because, you know, so what, but because it just makes you love it more. It just makes you a better person, which ultimately that's what it's all about, right? Which I hope you know that. I wish I would have known that too. I was so hard on myself, but if I second part of the advice would be like, softball is just what you do, it's not who you are. Okay? And we can host tournaments and we'll play softball all day long, but as long as soon as you guys are done playing, we can have a good time, be with family and friends. If you've got dogs, be the dog mom you are. But yeah, I would say that's probably maybe some things I wish I would have known. But still working on it now. Yeah. Any other questions? How old are you guys? 13. Yeah, that's what I figured. I was probably 7.5, 8 when I started pitching. When I say that, I don't want you to think that I was just like rocking it at 7.5. They rolled on the ground for like the first 3 months. And then probably about 9, started to like be like, man, I like really like this. Not all the time. I don't love pitching all the time. But I love the process of pitching. That's what keeps me going. So yeah, but I started playing when I was like 4 or 5. Lots of coach pitch, T-ball, the normal, and then fast pitch softball, so about 7, 8. How about you guys? Tell me a little something about yourselves. You're like, wait, I didn't know she was gonna ask me that.
I started pitching when I was like 8 or 9.
There we go. I like it. Who's our pitchers? Yeah, you 3?
Not me.
No, you're done pitching. Okay. I'll say this to pitchers, but then also to you guys, since you guys can hold them accountable and then you can hold them accountable. I believe pitchers should be like the hardest working people ever, like no matter what on the team. So that way, every time that they look in the circle, they know that you've been doing your job. And then the same thing. So if they do their job, you gotta make sure whenever you get out, make an error, the game's not going your way, you just need to brush it off real quick because it is stressful as a pitcher sometimes. And I don't mean this in like a, I don't know the right word for this, but sometimes whenever we blame ourselves for losses, it's kind of like a selfish thing because it makes it feel like maybe we think we're the only reason we're winning. And I've had Murph kick me in the butt a couple times for that. It's like, you think you're the only reason you win these games? It's not your fault you lost. And I was like, wait, that kind of makes sense. So I think just being great teammates off the field, if you make an error, so what? Do it the next time, right? Give up a home run, who cares? Right? Like, I know it's going to sting, and we can work on it in practice, but when you're in a game, so what? So what? Now what are we going to do about it? You know? Because you can't take it back. I wish. But then at the same time, every single time I've failed, every single time I've gotten injured, I've always ended up better on the other side of it. Always. Even though it's like, does not feel good in the meantime. But have each other's backs. Just keep being great teammates. No questions? Come on, guys.